Yo, it's your boy Future Wave, and I'm here again with the latest update. Guess what? This isn't about who is better, it's about survival. Because when Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber, steps in the ring, we are not just watching power versus skills. We are watching two fighters whose style can completely alter or cancel out the other, So Deontay Wilder, who is a counterpuncher, he might not win rounds, but he waits, measures, and launches that right hand that ends everything instantly. And one thing about Deontay Wilder is the fact that he has that explosive power that doesn't fade over time. So Chisora, on the other hand, is a pressure fighter. He takes points to give points. So, he takes shots to give shots, and he's more of a fighter that lives in the chaos, But that is very dangerous when you're going against a fighter like Deontay Wilder. So, if you look at it physically, Deontay Wilder has a clear advantage. He's tall, longer, and faster. So, it is clear that if he can be disciplined enough to maintain distance, he will be able to control the fight and find a more convenient, a comfortable time to launch that right hand that can end everything suddenly. However, Chisora can change the whole game if he looks into how he can get in the right position at close range, since he's a stronger and since as a shorter fighter, gets into the right position at close range and take things in a more chaotic fashion. Since he's a pressure fighter, he's known for his compact hooks that would be, if he can take it more physical, and the fight can go a different way, because a fight like that with serious pressure from Chisora is not one that Deontay enjoys. Technically, Deontay is not the cleanest fighter, but Deontay can do well defensively, although his defense has some openings and he has other flaws, but his timing is elite, and he has that explosive power that does not fade with time, which means at any round he launches it, that could be the defining moment for him. So Chisora can, as a pressure fighter, if he has the durability to keep going and pressure, things can actually go in his favor. That's if he keeps the pressure on. But going with that method, of course, he might battle with fatigue, and only if he can keep going, then he can, things can go, he can turn things around. Well, both fighters have their ways of getting things done. Every fighter has their advantages and disadvantages. It's more about who solves the puzzle first, who takes the fight in their direction, and who is able to utilize their advantages against their opponent wins the fight. So I'm leaning towards Deontay Wilder, not because he's a better fighter, but because of his characteristics. Of course, if all this comes down to distance, which falls in his favor, so if he's able to control the distance, then he can have that defining moment that ends everything instantly. Unlike Derek Chisora, who might have to struggle with taking punches and, to give punch, considering the kind of fighter he is up against, his matchup with Deontay Wilder, who has that explosive power that could, who can end it all at any point in time. So that is a high risk if he does not take that into consideration. So, of course, like I said, I'm leaning towards Deontay Wilder because I believe he's got the advantages, and he might battle with defense, which Chisora might take advantage of. However, I'm just leaning towards him because I feel like he's got more advantage on this matchup compared to Derek Chisora. So this is just my brief breakdown about the fight that will hold today, 4th of April at London, right? So stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my analysis.